Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it's Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So we have been addressing what is happening around the BRICS, and we actually have this massive speech from Putin himself, really kind of talking about the future of the economy. He does express the overall thoughts on the economy of imaginary wealth and how it is being inevitably replaced by the economy of real and hard assets. His strategy is clear: sticky inflation, higher real rates needed, paying for hyper, financialized economies. Now, we've been talking about this for a little bit of time. To me personally, when we look at what's happening around the economic structure, we really kind of put a focus point on the gold-backed CBDC system, which is essentially, coming. We've been really kind of addressing CBDCs in the nature of them being backed by, gold issued out on DLTs. I think that is the case. But I'm going to, play this overall, speech. It is about a minute and 20 seconds long. Listen closely to this. It does provide you a little bit of an insight on where we are headed.
В условиях инфляционной бури у многих развивающихся стран возникает резонный вопрос. А зачем обменивать товары на доллары и евро, которые на глазах теряют в весе? Напрашивается вывод: на смену экономики мнимых сущностей неизбежно приходит экономика реальных ценностей и активов.
And also there's the quote from up here, and he also does express the idea on why should we trade goods for, the US dollar and the euro when they are losing value? Everyone thinks that the dollar going up in value right now is awesome, it's great, whatever. It's not. We have seen this in the past. It's actually a very big red flag that, the next major pain point here is an ultimate crash. And I do think that this is going to welcome in the digitized system of tomorrow around, hard assets that are, deflationary. But listen closely for the rest of this.
По данным МВФ, сейчас в глобальных валютных резервах находится 7,1 триллиона долларов и 2,5 триллиона евро. И эти деньги обесцениваются темпом около 8% в год. Но кроме того, в любой момент они могут быть еще и конфискованы, украдены, если США что-то не понравится в политике тех или иных государств. Но это, по-моему, стало абсолютно реальным для очень многих стран, которые хранят свои золотовалютные резервы в этих валютах. По оценке экспертов, уже в ближайшие годы, это чисто объективный анализ, уже в ближайшие годы будет запущен процесс конвертации глобальных резервов из теряющих свою стоимость валют в настоящие ресурсы, такие как продовольствие, энергоносители и другое сырье. Очевидно, что этот процесс еще сильнее подстегнет глобальную долларовую инфляцию.
And also, this is very interesting because, not only does he mention the idea of, transacting in gold, but he also does mention, food, etc., goods and services. But also, I do think that at the end of the day, what most of these areas are afraid of is the weaponized effort from the United States to utilize the US dollar as a weapon, as well as utilizing SWIFT as a weapon. We've talked about this in regards to, Ripple replacing SWIFT. I don't think that is the case, but I do believe that SWIFT itself is ultimately going to fail, and it's simply because of it being utilized as a weaponized financial opportunity for the U.S. to utilize against these nations. I think that is a big problem here. Now, also, as we are talking about CBDCs and as we are talking about things happening around the world, we share the thoughts of the digital dollar, right? This is from the Digital Pound Foundation, mentioning the digital dollar. Ripple is among 4 participants that are expected to help the digital dollar explore the implications of CBDCs in the USA. Others include Digital Asset Com, Knox Networks, and even MTech Inc. with Hedera. We recently talked about this a little bit, but why do I bring this back up again? It's because I think that the US is realizing things. We haven't seen a clear confirmation that they are moving, in on the digital dollar right now. They did say that they could wait, whatever. This is to not make anyone panic or anything like that. To me personally, I believe that the U.S. is already working on their CBDC. I think that they are already working with some major players around this space to not only develop but also have a very efficient DLT, private or public, for issuance of a CBDC. And it's most likely going to be private within, an issuance from the central bank themselves. But I do think that the U.S. is more than ready. I think that when we look at a lot of these nations around the world right now, a lot of them are ready as well. And I think that the BRICS are moving very fast on their payment systems, which we recently reported on. And this should only tell you exactly where things are headed. We are seeing a major push behind the monetary system reset. And I do think that Ripple with XRP will play a pivotal role. Now, let's also talk about a few other things around Ripple. And that is from Wrath of Kahneman here. Ripple is redesigning federated sidechains after testing and also feedback. Instead of a federator connecting sidechains to the XRP Ledger mainnet, they propose a witness between them. We do see down here why simplicity, fee escalation, transaction throughput, and more federators require a shared global state between servers. But with the new design, the witness watches transactions and attests that assets have moved into specially designated accounts. The core design idea is still the same, and we do see down here. Here is a little bit from the article. You do see the federator as well as the witness. And it really kind of breaks down everything. If you guys do want to read this, I'm not going to go in depth on this and waste a ton of time. But yeah, I think that this is awesome. And also, there's a lot of things to really kind of look into this. Like, for example, down here, any bridging solution between blockchains such as the XRP Ledger and its sidechains should support the following primitives: putting assets into trust on the main chain, issuing wrapped assets on the sidechain, returning or destroying wrapped assets on the sidechain, proving to a sidechain that assets were put into trust on the main chain, proving a sidechain that assets were returned or destroyed on the main chain, preventing assets from being wrapped multiple times, and preventing transaction replay. And then here you have that image I just showed you guys. And then down here, they also do share a roadmap on it. If you guys do want to go check this out, you guys are more than welcome to go check out Wrath of Kahneman. He just recently posted this 2 days ago. But we are also going to see a lot more use cases unlocked for the XRP Ledger, which I personally think is incredible. I think that this is also going to benefit XRP greatly. For example, down here, sidechains ultimately allow for experimentation and specialization with new features on the XRP Ledger. For example, developers could implement new features such as smart contracts via a sidechain to unlock native DeFi and even more tokenization capabilities on the XRP Ledger, which, remember what I said about tokenization, it is going to take over globally at a rapid pace. The efficiencies of tokenization are far too great to ignore, specifically around illiquid asset classes like real estate. But also we do see, moreover, sidechains let developers use XRP in their own blockchain environment effectively and without having to build value for a new token. This is why when we really kind of look at this, XRP will play a pivotal role within a lot of these use cases, and the benefits are there. You guys are probably all aware of the benefits here, but this is great to see, and I think that this is something special. A lot of things are happening in this month. This month alone is a very large month. For example, over here from XRP_Crow, Flare Networks mainnet is around the corner, September 2022. Flare token distribution, Flare delegation plus passive income. And this is going to be awesome. We do see that in September, we don't specifically have a date. All we do know that it is happening this month. Flare is going live. And I think that this is where everyone should be putting a lot of focus on at the current moment in time, especially if you were holding XRP during December of 2020. And I'm very excited for this. Also, on Demand Liquidity, the exchange volumes are up above Binance for the first time. I think that this is the first time that I've ever seen this as well. This is from Short the FOMO on Twitter. And we do see still very early this month, but still having an asset with utility has its perks, especially in a bear market. And we do see the volume down here. We do see the volume in. It's roughly about 281.2 million XRP. Volume out was about 205 million. On Bitso, on Bitstamp, it was about 239 million. And the volume out was about 140 million. So when we really kind of look at this, I think that this is great to see, and I think that this is something special. Remember what I said about on-demand liquidity? We will see a lot more volume being flooded through the on-demand liquidity mechanism, and I really look forward to global adoption of ODL at some point in time. I think that we still have a little bit of time until that, does officially happen, but we have been seeing a large amount of players signing up, partnering with Ripple, and utilizing on-demand liquidity corridors globally. And I think that it's only going to get streamlined, and I think that it's only going to grow from here on out. This year has been incredible for Ripple. It has been incredible for a lot of crypto tokens and companies within the space. And I'm just so excited going forward to see what actually happens around this space, specifically in regards to the adoption cycle. And also remember that the Liquidity Hub goes live in 2022 as well. This does not have to do with XRP, but XRP could be utilized for liquidity sourcing from the Liquidity Hub, which I do believe that it will be. This is also going to provide a lot of value as well as a lot of adoption of XRP as a token, but also it is great for Ripple, and it does provide a lot more eyes on Ripple, and it does allow for a lot more financial institutions as well as some major clients to sign up and utilize Ripple products. Remember, Luna Solutions was the #1. I know that they only have 450 followers on Twitter, but they are a pretty large luxury retailer, and they're going to be adopting crypto in their business. I think that we are going to see a lot more businesses and companies doing this as well, and we do see like the Liquidity Hub allows enterprises to source digital assets at the best prices across multiple venues using a single streamlined API. Again, does this have anything to do with XRP? Not exactly, but they could utilize XRP as a source within this, and we have actually talked about this quite a bit in the past. If you actually go to the Liquidity Hub here, I think that on this screen we did see it. All right, so actually no, we didn't. Let me go up here. I know that it was in crypto liquidity at least. So here is where they do kind of break down what tokens you could actually utilize. A lot of these are like Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. You will still also have the opportunity to utilize XRP. I know that they're not mentioning it here. A lot of people thought that this was the on-demand liquidity mechanism that they're utilizing for the Liquidity Hub just because it says liquidity, but that is not the case. XRP is not going to be the liquidity source here, but it could be utilized similar to these other tokens over here, which still provides businesses at the end of the day the opportunity to utilize XRP as a liquidity source and a payments means, which is awesome to see. And you do see the benefits of the Ripple Liquidity Hub as well: digital asset management, simplified, optimized pricing, expand access to capital, and accelerated customer growth. I think that this is going to provide a lot more eyes on Ripple products, including the on-demand liquidity mechanism as well. So this, although it is not including XRP at the forefront, at the center point like on-demand liquidity, it is still something special, and I think that it is something that we should also be watching. There's so much happening in this year, which, currently right now, there is only about 3 months left of this year. So again, in the next 3 months, I think that this space, specifically around XRP as well, is going to change rapidly. I think that the landscape already has changed rapidly just this year alone, from like the regulatory stance, the adoption stance, and some major players moving in on crypto. We just recently seen BlackRock moving in on crypto. So it is exciting. Although we are in a bear market, I know that the prices are sitting stable. It's a boring time, but the news, everything around this space has not slowed down. In fact, I would argue that it's been getting very, very exciting. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As those up to you all, have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.